So it's getting closer to my show. I'm actually almost about 2 weeks out now, and I still have not completed making my competition bikinis. So that's what I'm going to be working on this weekend, is finishing up my suits. So let me show you all what I have so far. This is my purple suit. I have started crystallizing the back, and I have also done the front here. And I have also made the bikini cups. So this suit is technically closer to being finished. I just need to put some stones on the top, and I need to put the connectors on, and this one will basically be done. I'm gonna add more stones to the back, and then I need to scrunch the back, which won't take long. And then yeah, but that's not the suit that I really want to wear for the competition. I want to wear this more tealy blue suit. So I'm going to show you all how I make this suit. So yeah, let's get started. So I've already went ahead and cut the back out, the bottom portion of the suit out. I also cut out a pink one because I think I'm going to go ahead and make another pink one. This pink one is already lined, so I need to cut out the lining for this. I also need to cut out the cups. Alrighty, so these are the materials that I'm going to be using to make this suit. Like I said, I've already cut the bottoms out. I have to line it. This is my lining fabric. I have to cut out me some cups for the top. And then this is all of my binding strips that I'm going to be using in my cover stitch machine to give me that nice finish along the edges. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, I try not to make this video too long, but it is kind of long. I'm showing you all how I make my competition bikinis from the beginning to the end. And we're going to start off by cutting out these bra cups because I've already cut out the bottoms. Once I'm done cutting out the fabric, I'm then going to go ahead and cut out some lining fabric to go on the inside of my bikinis. After all the lining is cut out, I'm going to pin them down to the fabric, and then I'm going to take it over to the serger, and I'm going to use the serger to sew the lining to the bikini. I'm going to be using 3 different types of sewing machines in this video. I'm going to be using the serger, a cover stitch machine, and a sewing/embroidery machine. So I'm going to go ahead and serge the lining of the bottoms, and then I'm also going to do the tops. That way everything will be lined and ready to go for the next machine that I'm going to be using. everything is lined, I'm going to go over to my next machine, which is my cover stitch machine, and I'm going to be using this double fold bias binding attachment that I purchased on eBay to give my bikini that nice clean trim on the edges. So this basically, I cut out some binding fabric, and this machine basically encloses this binding around the edges of the bikini, giving it that nice clean trim like you might see on angel competition bikinis or something like that. So I'm gonna do that now with my bottoms and my top. So to make my straps, sometimes when I get to the end of one side, depending on how much binding I have left on that strip, I'll go ahead and run the binding by itself through the machine, and that is what I use for my straps. I'm going to be doing that on the end of a few pieces of the binding, just to have straps for the top, like to go around my neck, and then I need a strap to go around my waist for the top of the bikini as well. It literally took me 1 year to learn how to use this machine, and that is like the longest it's ever taken me to learn how to use a sewing machine. I got this machine for my birthday 1 year, and I was still in pharmacy school when I got it, so I didn't have much time to play around with it. So that's one reason why it took me so long to use it. And the second reason is because I was using the wrong type of thread. Like the entire time, if I had just changed the thread I was using, I would have been able to use this machine. And that kind of like blew my mind once I figured that out, thanks to a sewing machine group on Facebook that I'm in. But now that I have it figured out, I absolutely love this machine, and I'll be using this machine probably in future videos to show you all how I use it to make dresses, t-shirts, and more. After I'm done adding the trim to the bikini cups, I'm now going to take the bikini over to my regular sewing machine, and I'm going to fold the bottom edge of the bikini up, and this is what's going to make our tunnel for our straps to go through. So I'm going to fold it up just enough to cover the bottom of where the lining stops, and then I'm going to use a zigzag stitch, and I'm going to stitch straight across the bottom to enclose the tunnel. Now that all of my pieces are constructed and sewn together, now it's time for the fun part. I'm going to start with my bikini cups, and I'm going to start by just placing the crystals on the suit where I want them to go. I'm going to be using this foam pad that came with my heat press machine, and I've just pinned my suit to that, and then I'm going to use my heat press to adhere the crystals. So I'm going to apply a few rows at a time, then I'm going to take it over to the heat press it, apply a few rows, heat press it, apply a few rows and heat press it, and so on. This just makes the process go by so much quicker than doing it one at a time. It took me about 30 minutes to do this one whole cup, which is awesome, and that just cuts down on time rather than doing it one at a time, which will take forever. Once I finish doing the cups, I'm going to now move on to my bottoms. And when I do my bottoms, I put the crystals on before I scrunch the butt, because adding the crystals after you scrunch the butt is a little bit harder, and it's easier to add the crystals while the bikini is still flat. So when I get to the back, I'll add as many crystals as I think I can, and then I'll go ahead and scrunch it. And once it's scrunched, if I feel like I need to add more crystals, I'll just do those one at a time by hand. After all the crystals have been added and the butt has been scrunched, it's now time to add the connectors. So I'm going to add these crystal bikini connectors to the top and bottom portion, and then I'm going to add the extra neckties to the tops, and then I'm going to add the strap to the waist part of the bikini top, and that's basically it, you guys. Thank you all for watching this tutorial. It really wasn't a tutorial, but just to show you all how I quickly make it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I would love to answer them. I'm thinking about selling bikinis, so if you are looking for a bikini and want one that's at a budgeted price, comment down below, hit me up on Instagram or anything like that. Just let me know and we can work out a deal. Alrighty guys, I'll see you in the next one.